Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're getting into something really fascinating. I mean, honestly, probably something that was bound to happen. It's this mix of politics, Hollywood, late-night comedy, and it all centers on one person's return to the stage. We are talking about Jimmy Kimmel. He came back to Jimmy Kimmel Live after, a summer break. And the show didn't just pick up where it left off. It felt like a relaunch, a statement almost, his very first monologue back. It wasn't the usual stuff, was it? No celebrity gossip, no jokes about, like, the strikes or whatever. Nope. It was aimed like a laser right at Donald Trump.
And that choice, it feels very deliberate. The analysts we looked at, they're asking the right questions here. Is late night just becoming political war theater again? Is that its main function now? And maybe deeper than that, what does this kind of, aggressive move tell us about what comedy and culture need to be in 2025? It's so polarized. Kimmel went for confrontation, not, easy laughs. And that decision, it speaks volumes about the media climate right now.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that. Because to really get why this first monologue matters so much, we have to remember where Kimmel started. He wasn't always this guy.
Oh, not at all. If you look back, his early brand, the sources often call it like frat boy humor. Lots of pranks, bits making fun of people on the street, that whole running gag with Matt Damon.
Right, the Matt Damon thing. Classic.
He was kind of the network answer to maybe the more intellectual styles of Letterman or Conan. He was just about entertainment, pure fun, irreverent.
And successful with. So when did the shift happen? What, gave him the permission, almost, to jump from jokes into political commentary?
Everyone we read points to the same thing. 2017, that's the year. It was that monologue he gave, incredibly emotional, wasn't scripted, about his newborn son needing heart surgery.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. It was powerful.
Exactly. And that moment, it just changed everything for his public image, didn't it? He was so vulnerable, so open. It created this deep authenticity with the audience. And once he opened that door, talking genuinely about healthcare, well, it naturally spread. Gun control came next, and then inevitably Trump. He sort of earned the right to talk about serious stuff through sharing something so personal.
That's really interesting. So it wasn't like an ideological plan at first. It came from a personal place, and that gave him a new kind of cultural weight. And then he was right there with Colbert, Seth Meyers, Trevor Noah. It's the whole group where the line between comedy and politics just vanished.
Completely blurred. And yeah, ratings went up big time. But crucially, so did the attacks from conservatives.
Right, they saw him as just another part of the coastal elite attacking their guy.
Precisely. So now let's jump to 2025. Knowing that history makes his first monologue back even more significant, we're in a situation where Trump is just dominating headlines again, right? And at the same time, network late-night TV, it's fighting for its life against streaming. YouTube, TikTok clips, the competition is fierce, lethal even.
So the safe bet would have been, what? Jokes about movies, pop culture fluff, definitely avoiding anything too controversial. But he put Trump right back in the center immediately.
Yeah.
That signals the survival plan isn't being careful.
No, it's confrontation. It's an aggressive play when your whole format is losing viewers. The goal isn't just winning the 11.35 time slot anymore. It's about staying relevant, period. Maintaining any kind of cultural influence.
Okay, so let's dig into the why, the strategy behind it. Our sources kind of lay out three main theories for why Kimmel picked Trump for the relaunch. It wasn't random, right? It's tactical. Theory one is maybe the most straightforward, if a bit cynical. It's about ratings and going viral. Simple as that.
Yeah, and the evidence backs this up. What reliably gets clipped, shared, and talked about instantly. It's those sharp political takedowns. They're made for social media.
A pop culture joke might get a laugh in the room.
Exactly. But a really cutting critique, especially of someone as divisive as Trump, that bypasses the network broadcast. It explodes online. So leading with Trump is almost a guaranteed way to trend, to get mentioned in the news, get millions of views, way beyond just ABC viewers.
Okay, hypothesis two. This layers on top of the ratings idea. It's personal. We know Kimmel doesn't hide his feelings about Trump. This feud isn't new.
Right, and the sources add a specific detail here. It's not just old history. Apparently, Trump insulted Kimmel pretty recently on Truth Social. So this isn't just business as usual, finding easy joke material. It feels like an active, ongoing rivalry.
Which gives the monologue an extra layer of intensity, authenticity.
Well, it feels real, and real gets attention. It drives engagement.
And theory three is about positioning, cultural positioning. Like you said, Hollywood and politics in 2025, they're basically fused.
So the monologue wasn't just jokes. It was a statement of identity for the show itself. It's telling the audience, if you see things this way, this is your home. And it's telling the industry, hey, I'm still willing to be the voice for this perspective. Because trying to stay neutral now, our sources suggest that's actually the riskier move. It risks making you irrelevant.
So, okay, those are the likely reasons why he did it. But what are the consequences? The ripples outwards. What does this mean for, like, the whole entertainment world, not just late night? Because usually, doesn't big Hollywood try to avoid taking sides? The major studios, they need global audiences, right? Isn't targeting someone that polarizing a massive risk for, say, Disney, which owns ABC?
That's a really good point. And the analysis we looked at makes a key distinction. Studio bosses, the big distributors, yeah, they might be hesitant. They have global markets, huge investments. They can't afford to alienate, half the U.S. or entire countries. But late night hosts, they're in a slightly different category. They have more freedom.
Because it's seen as satire?
Opinion. Exactly. It's not the official Disney or ABC political stance. It's his show, his commentary. And honestly, for many hosts these days, being outspoken is almost necessary for credibility. Playing it safe makes you seem bland, irrelevant, white noise. You almost have to pick a side to get noticed.
And all the drama it creates. It just feeds the beast, right? The media machine loves it.
Oh, absolutely. It's what some analysts call media gold. These clashes between Trump and Hollywood figures, they generate endless content, endless coverage, way beyond the show's actual audience size.
Like Robert De Niro going off script or Meryl Streep's Golden Globe speech. Those moments live on.
Exactly. Love him or hate him, Trump generates clicks and headlines.
Yeah.
So by targeting him, Kimmel basically guarantees viral moments, news coverage, debates online. It feeds that whole entertainment news cycle, which frankly is exactly what a network like ABC needs when linear TV is struggling.
Okay, but here comes the downside. The risks. Because while it grabs attention now, repeating the same strategy from, say, 2017 to 2020, didn't that lead to problems? Critics definitely argued that late-night comedy got stale, it lost its edge because it was just predictable. Every night, similar jokes about the same person.
That's the trap. That's the real danger here. If every single late-night show just turns into, Trump jokes, the sequel, audiences will get tired of it. And crucially, younger viewers, they see these clips on TikTok, on Instagram. If it's the same points recycled over and over, and they just tune out, it feels old, unoriginal.
Right. Been there, done that.
And the other big risk is pretty simple, but it's structurally damaging. Polarization. Kimmel's move, it's clearly aimed at energizing his base, people who already agree with him, but it's also sending a clear signal. We're not trying to win over the middle.
So every joke that lands with liberals pushes conservatives further away.
Absolutely. It cements that divide. Which is fine for energizing your core, maybe, but it puts a hard ceiling on your potential audience growth. And for the network, chopping up the audience like that, it can actually hurt advertising appeal in the long run.
So they trade broad appeal for intense relevance with a specific segment. It's a definite gamble, a high-stakes one, which leads to maybe the most counterintuitive idea in all this. What if it backfires? What if Kimmel, by doing this, is actually helping Trump?
That's the controversial twist, isn't it? But the source material really forces you to consider it. It's possible Kimmel could unintentionally give Trump a boost. Think about it. Trump's whole brand, politically, often thrives on being attacked by famous people, by Hollywood, by the perceived elites.
Right. It feeds his narrative as the outsider fighting against the establishment.
Exactly. For his supporters, the reaction isn't, oh, that comedian made a funny point. It's, see, look how much the elites hate him. They hate us. They're mocking him while he's fighting for people like you. It just reinforces that whole us versus them thing that's so central to his appeal.
So every joke, every sharp monologue, it can just be twisted into campaign fodder.
Easily. The campaign can say, look, the millionaires in Hollywood hate me, the comedians mock me, the actors condemn me, but I'm the one on your side. That enemy of Hollywood persona worked really well for him before. It validates his core message.
So if Kimmel, and maybe Colbert and others, just keep hammering the same points,
it doesn't just alienate conservatives, it actually becomes ammunition for the Trump campaign. They can use those clips at rallies and ads to fire up the base. It's almost this weird symbiotic thing where the attacks generate buzz for the attacker and strengthen the target's narrative with his own supporters.
Wow. Okay, so when you boil it all down, one thing seems crystal clear. Comedy isn't just entertainment anymore. It's right there on the front lines of American politics. Late-night hosts aren't just telling jokes. They're cultural players, political commentators, sometimes maybe even activists, whether they intend to be or not.
Kimmel's first monologue back, it wasn't just about laughs. It was a declaration about what late night has to be, or maybe feels it has to be, in 2025. It's like saying, we can't afford escapism anymore. Confrontation is how we stay relevant. The irony, of course, is that the very thing people got tired of last time, the constant politics, might now be seen by the networks as the only way to keep these shows culturally significant.
So the final takeaway from our deep dive seems to be that Kimmel's move, attacking Trump right away, it's all about visibility. It's about relevance.
Hmm.
It's late night basically shouting, hey, we're still here, don't forget about us,
Yeah.
in the face of this streaming onslaught.
Yeah, and whether it works probably hinges on one big thing: originality. Can he keep the critique sharp but also fresh? Can he balance the politics with humor and variety, find angles that don't feel like reruns from 2018? If he manages that, avoids just becoming predictable Trump bashing,
Mhm.
maybe he can reignite the show. If not, that fatigue factor could set in really fast.
Which leaves you, the listener, with this final thought to chew on. This fight probably won't just stay contained within late-night TV. The analysis we looked at suggests Trump will likely respond directly. Maybe Kimmel becomes a regular feature in his rally speeches, a new foil.
We could be watching late night comedy become a very public, very visible sideshow in the much larger political drama of 2025.
Definitely something we'll be keeping an eye on.